Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This time I decided to make a top 10 school manhwa with an overpowered main character. I love manhwa with a school setting, especially if the main character is overpowered or really good at fighting. And I know you guys like it too, so I decided to make a list and help you find some good ones. The game will add an easter egg in the part of the video still running, and the person who finds it and comments it first will have his comment pinned and will be featured in the next video, so keep an eye out for it. This is the winner from last time. If this video helps you out, or if you simply want help, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe if you're a fan of anime, manga or manhwa content. Without further delay, let's get into the top 10. Number 10 comes with Pyramid Game. Every Thursday afternoon, once a month, students at Love High cast their votes in a popularity poll. The result, a brutal ranking system that determines the entire social hierarchy of the school. After starting at the bottom, can new transfer student Suji make her way to the top of the pyramid. Now, in this one, the main character is not overpowered in terms of strength or anything like that. She's incredibly smart and calculative. She gets bullied at the beginning, but she figures out a way to get out of the situation and without needing anyone's help. And because of that, Pyramid Game totally deserves a spot on this list. If you like a manipulative and smart main character, this is definitely the manhwa for you. In number 9 we have Super Q. An ordinary boy won the affection from a popular girl, and thus pissed off a gang leader. He got a mysterious cube accidentally and started his venture with superpowers, helping people and punishing evils. He's getting more and more powerful. Now, at the beginning I thought this was terrible, but I forced myself to read more because some manhwa take a little while to get better, and I was gladly surprised. The story is actually pretty good. While the art is pretty average or even really bad at times, the story makes up for it. It's very interesting and entertaining read. I would definitely recommend you giving it a chance. Number 8 comes with To Be Winner. Celine used to be at the top of her game until she lost it all. As Celine struggles to figure out who she is, in the darkest hour she meets Hunter, in an online game they both love. Hunter is everything she isn't anymore, popular, kind and generous. Once the two team up, nothing stands in their way, but reality is anything but rosy. Will they be able to defeat the pressures they face in real life to win the top prize in game and in love? This one revolves around esports and gaming, which I quite love. Warning though, do not read the chapter 0. It gives major spoilers of the story for no apparent reason, which you do not want. Even though this is more romance, I still think the main character is overpowered in game, so I decided to include it in this list. In number 7 we have The Breaker. The main character is desperate, is constantly bullied and getting beat up at school by a gang of thugs, and is on the verge of suicide. Sick of being weak and helpless, the boy turns to the only person he knows who can help, a powerful martial artist and also his new teacher. But he won't take the main characters under his wing so easily, and little does the teenager know about how his would-be mentor acquired his fighting skills. I know what you're thinking, this art style in black and white? No, it's not a manga, it's definitely a manhwa. The art style reminds me of an older manga art style which I love. The story is also incredibly good and I 100% recommend reading it. While the first season of The Breaker has 72 chapters, there is already a second season with more, so it's definitely worth to check out. Number 6 comes with Such a Cute Spy. North Korean spy Hannah Rhee must seduce the South Korean math genius Donggun Park and return with him to North Korea. That's it, that's the plot. While this may sound like very little for you to actually give it a try, take my word for it when I say this is gold and very underrated. Especially if you are into comedy. This is a very fun read with its OP moments, I thoroughly enjoyed it. On the plus side, it's already completed so you can finish it in one sitting. Give it at least 8 chapters and see if you like it. In number 5 we have Dokgo. After Kang-soo's death from bullying, the family was torn into pieces. His younger brother suppresses resentment and heads back to school. The story begins exactly 1 year after Kang-soo's death, where his brother seeks to destroy the delinquent circle. Now, this manhwa has a first season which has 90 chapters and a second one which has 100. This is a typical revenge story, but a very good one at that. The main character is really strong and he starts defeating bullies one by one to reach the people that made his brother kill himself. I really enjoy this story, it brings emotions out of you like anger and passion, which is not common while reading. Overall a very good read that you should totally give a chance to. Number 4 comes with Study Group. The main character is a 17-year-old student who goes to a school known to harbor future criminals. Stuck in a carnivorous environment where only the strongest survive, he struggles to get good grades to enter a 4-year university. But will he be able to study well enough to enter university, or will he get involved in the unending fights around the school? This is a very underrated manhwa. It might be as good as Weak Hero, but not many people know about it. I love the faces the main character makes, the eyes, and how calm he acts. To give you a context, the main character tries his best to stay out of problems, but when he's needed, he's a badass who fights anyone. If you haven't read this yet and you like manhwas like Mercenary Enrollment and Weak Hero, go give it a try right now. In number 3 we have How to Fight. The main character is a scrawny high school student and he's probably the last guy you'd expect to be a star in a YouTube channel that revolves around fighting. But after following some advice from a mysterious YouTube channel, he's soon knocking out guys stronger than him and ranking in more money than he could ever imagine. Can he keep this up, or will he eventually meet his match? Now, this is a mix between school life, streaming and fighting. I do admit that the beginning of this manhwa is not my cup of tea. It's honestly pretty boring, but once you actually get to the good parts, it's impossible to stop reading. The art is pretty average but still very consistent, and the story makes up for the rest. If you like a little bit of revenge, fighting and streaming, this is the manhwa for you. Number 2 comes with Mercenary Enrollment. The main character was a sole survivor of a plane crash when he was little. After becoming a mercenary to survive for 10 years, he returns to his family in his hometown. I love how the main character of this series starts off with zero personality. Let's be honest, while he was incredibly good at fighting, he was basically a robot, but as the story progresses you see more and more of him and his character development, which I think it's incredibly good. Another thing that will get you hooked on this manhwa is the fact that every single chapter has something going on. It doesn't stop and it makes you want to read more and more. I 100% recommend reading this Mercenary Enrollment. And in number 1 we have Weak Hero. Once the bullies target you, it's game over. The school is run by Terrence, whose favorite hobby is tormenting the weakest kids in class. But then Gray arrived. This mysterious new student threatens to dismantle the established order. He may be small in stature, but his calculative and brutal fighting leaves unsuspecting opponents lying on the floor begging for mercy. Now the school's toughest bullies have to scramble to take down this new and unusual hero. I love a main character that fights against the odds, and Weak Hero is exactly that. It's an incredibly good fighting manhwa that has school life as a background. I know most of you already know about this one, but for me it's incredibly good and it totally deserves the first place on my list. Now guys, this is the top 10 school manhwa with an overpowered main character. Did you find any manhwa that you haven't read yet? Did you like it? Did you find the Easter egg in this video? If so, make sure you comment down below and you'll appear in the next one. If this video helped you out in any way, leave a like and subscribe to the channel and don't forget to activate the bell so you don't miss any video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.